Hello and welcome to another adventure with Scott and Michelle. We are outside of the abandoned GM truck factory in Janesville, Wisconsin. We heard that this factory went out of business a few years ago, and we were just sort of like driving along the expressway, got into a huge backup. And we're like, oh, why don't we just sort of drive around Janesville since the expressway's backed up? And we decided to just sort of drive in town. We came across the old GM truck factory over here. They're so far in the process of still dismantling it and scrapping it.
So we're not too sure how much we can see because a lot of it is blocked off, but we'll try to show you as much as we can as possible. And if you like this vlog, give it a like and subscribe down below. Thanks for watching.
From what I learned online, this plant was built, I believe, back in May of 1919, and it was GM's oldest plant when they closed it in April of 2009. You can see it's taken them quite a long time to dismantle this place. I'm not 100% sure when demolition began, but you can see it's been 10 years almost 10 years since it went out of business, and they're still trying to scrap this old place. And they still have part of the old factory, just a small part of the old factory, and the old like front facade of the factory on the other side of the plant. But this is just a very unique experience. This is a fully abandoned place that we're viewing, and this is just a neat experience. We're right by like some old abandoned railroad tracks. We did pass by a gentleman that was taking pictures over here, and he said it is okay to be here by the railroad tracks, just as long as we don't try to break through the fence. Then it would be considered trespassing. So we're in a semi-safe location here, and as I said, we're just seeing like a part of Americana that's just basically crumbling. But this is just it's an interesting thing. Like, we did tour in a partially abandoned hotel on our very first vlog, and so now this is like basically our second abandoned video. But they said we're not going to go on property because we're not allowed to be on the actual property itself. We can only just view it from where we're at right now.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, this is definitely cool. You can see it was at least a three-story building. Like, it looked like there was some huge elevator shaft that's still left of that big smoke tower.
Yeah, not far away from the plant they had like there's like I guess a tavern. I guess that would have been pretty busy when this place was when this place was in business.
It was right outside the main entrance of the old factory.
Yeah, looked pretty dead when we were over there a while ago.
Yeah, from here you could really see the inside of the old whatever remains of the old factory over here. It's just walking across the old abandoned railroad tracks here to try to get a little better of a view of it. Like, this place was huge at one time. The actual properties, well, I guess this was like the actual factory itself where they did the manufacturing, But just south of the railroad tracks, we drove by. Looks like probably another building or two, and then a huge giant parking lot, probably where they would have parked the assembled trucks after building them. And again, this probably had to take years to do all the scrapping, and you could tell they're still not finished. But again, I'm like extremely happy that we came over here today, because if we would have came here 2-3 months later, who knows if the three structures that I'm looking at right now, who knows if that would still be standing if we come back here a couple of months later.
Wow, just look at that huge piece scrap of metal. That is huge. I just can't believe what you see out here. It's so.
Plant was in business for 90 years.
Yeah, this plant was in business for 90 years. 90 years it was in business. And then it just closed in April of 2009. Wow, what a shame.
Which as of tomorrow will be a decade ago.
Yeah, so as of tomorrow will be a decade ago.
Well, it's just amazing how much scrap there is here.
Yeah, just look at that, hon. There's a lot of metal scrap.
Thousands of dollars worth of just the scrap.
Okay, so this would have been
Probably the old factory, like you can see, like one of the big smoke towers back there, and just tons and tons of this metal scrap.
yeah, there's a lot of metal scrap out here. Just tons and tons of it.
GM closed this because this was one of their oldest factories. This is about almost 100 years old when it went out of business about 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure of the exact date.
Yeah, it's such a shame.
But the one good thing is, even though this town lost a factory, at least conditions here in the town are pretty decent. You know, Janesville isn't run down in any way. You might see some abandoned food stores or abandoned Kmart or something like that, but really most of the town seems like it's still doing pretty good. At least a lot of the town hasn't decayed.
Wow, just look at all that scrap metal. Wow. This right here is an old railway. Right next to the GM factory. Okay, so I just talked to a guy, I guess, who was over here, I guess, doing some photography, pictures and stuff, and he said he was over here about a year ago, And yeah, it's very hard to get back there. They don't allow the public on the property, which, you know, I can kind of understand and everything like that. But it's just great to, I mean, you know, be able to take some pictures and do some filming and stuff. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to get back there, but it's pretty cool from what you can see from here. Anyways. Wow, look how far back you can see. Okay, I'm not too sure what kind of thing that is, but if you know, or think you might know, leave a comment down below.
Okay, there's a door on the left side of it, and then I don't know, it's like broken off on the other side.
So I'm not 100% sure. So that's one big piece of scrap metal. Okay, this is the view from the back of it, so still not quite sure what this is. Man, this is just a dying shame. This is just so sad. A piece of American history just gone.
Yep.
It's really sad.
Here's an old light fixture, probably from the factory. It's full of water. It's like a instant bird bath.
Oh wow. Just like a piece of history right over here by the old railroad tracks. That's pretty cool.
Here's a big giant fuse. Probably it could have came from the oil factory, or it could have came from possibly a train just laying out here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my brother actually still works down there. My dad has passed away now, but my brother he still works down there. It's a they're they just build trucks, and trucks are still selling well.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, this is the old front of the place. There isn't really much of it left. This is basically sort of this facade, sort of behind the two-story portion. It's just sort of like hollowed out behind there. There's like a small three-story building here, it's still partially there. Yeah, and this was, I guess we ran into a guy who was also taking pictures back here. He said that this was a tractor factory and then a Fisher parts factory, like in the very early days, leading up like 1919 to 20 or to 1923, and then it was a GM factory from 1923 all the way until they ceased the building of trucks on December 23rd, 2008, and then everything fully stopped in April of 2009. And so I hope that you enjoyed our vlog. If you liked it, please give us a like and please subscribe.
And this concludes our video of the GM factory.
Thank you, and there's going to be more vlogs to come, and hopefully next month.